blowing it up, losing my head, losing my mind, and moose on the loose on today's episode of 1, 2, 3, Joe! I meant to sing though. Losing my head, losing my mind. But Bob embarrassed me on the last episode when I said I wanted to redo it, and then he put the original messed up one in the show.
Because it was funny. You're like, you just paused for like 3 seconds and I fucked that up.
Yeah, Carly, this is called 1, 2, 3 jokes, not 1, 2, 3 is Carly the happiest with the take that we just used.
Should be.
Well, welcome everybody to 1, 2, 3 is Carly the happiest with the take we just used. My name is I fucked it up. We're gonna take 3 stories from the news, write 3 jokes about
Jeremy, if you want to do it over again, you can go ahead and do it. No problem.
This all stays in.
Yeah, Bob is just gonna put all these mess ups in the show just to embarrass us.
I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Leon, and this is a competitive comedy
like a Snyder cut of the episode.
4-hour episode. I like it.
I am Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
And I'm Aaron Kraft.
Our resident judge, Aaron Kraft, and we are joined today by, you heard him just a few seconds ago, very funny comedian by the name of Andrew Orellana.
Hi guys, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Hi, Andrew.
For those of you watching the video, you guys will see that Andrew was nice enough to join us as his one and only call while he's in jail, apparently waiting to be booked.
Oh yeah, they do Zoom calls now in jail.
Although they have nice jackets in jail now, apparently.
Well, he just got arrested.
They say orange is
that's
the new
prison.
black. What can I say?
He actually traded like 50 packs of ramen for it, so... Andrew.
Okay, I have a question. I have to ask you before you go to Andrew.
Our guest, of course, needs to sit on the sidelines while we...
just Andrew, hold on. This is an important question.
On,
and you can actually answer if you know the answer.
What's up?
Why do they sell shit like ramen in jail? Do they have kitchens in each of the cells?
No,
It's
to fit up your ass.
I've seen some insane level of ingenuity in jail videos. Like they have jail TikToks, bro.
How do they get this?
What do they do? How do they have prison TikToks?
How?
Carly, they're criminals. They know how to do these things.
I don't even have TikTok. I don't even have TikTok.
Bribe? What's the point of like bribing the guard just to get a TikTok on the air for like 5 views? That's the shittiest waste of a bribe on a guard I've ever heard of.
That's what they love, man. That's the big stuff.
That's more views than we get, Andrew. Be careful.
And you wouldn't believe the things that we have to do to get those views.
Carly, when you think of ramen noodle, what do you think of?
Ramen noodles. Like when I think of ramen.
Bingo, you got it.
I think of my childhood because my mom wasn't around a lot and we didn't really know how to cook, so we really only knew how to make ramen.
Oh, that's a really sad turn. Thanks.
I know, right?
Orphan.
When you think ramen noodles,
it's 1, 2, 3 jokes, not 1, 2, 3 depression. I thought I was on that show.
At least when he said, "What do you think?" I didn't say my prison sentence.
I don't think there are many ramen stories that are like uplifting. Just
no one.
It's like I made it. I'm eating ramen 24/7.
Yeah,
right.
No
It's not Campbell's soup.
Yeah. It's not progressive. We're not at that level yet, Bob.
The chunky soup that's like $8 a can. Thank you very much, Mr. Moneybags.
That's
a soup you get when your mother's around.
It's like Campbell's soup is like good. Ramen is like okay.
In college, there was one point in time where I was just so broke that I couldn't even afford ramen. And I just had like at one point I bought like a 50-pound bag of white rice. So I was just eating white rice by itself like an animal.
You boiled it first, right? Animals.
No, I was eating it raw. I couldn't afford the water.
I put it in a trough and then I got on my hands and knees.
Oh, that's dangerous. When animals eat raw white rice, their stomachs blow up.
Raw white rice. Raw rice.
Raw white rice.
Raw white rice.
Raw white rice. Raw white rice.
Raw white rice. Raw white.
Wait.
White.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it sounds like it's not like all white race. All white race.
Very quickly.
And you know that our listeners are in their cars right now just trying to say it out loud too.
Yeah.
No, like we're all chanting all white race and they're trying to roll their windows up really quick so people don't hear what they're
Jeremy,
listening to.
They're cranking up their windows. They're like, fuck.
I don't think it sounds like that. Let's try it again. Hitler had some good ideas.
There have been times.
What's wrong with being proud of your race?
I like rice too, Bob.
There have been times where I've been
Nina
listening to our
Carano was right.
There have been times where I've been listening to our show in the car and I'll be going through like a drive-through or something and the person will come up to take my order and I'll be like, let me turn off my podcast.
Well, obviously we're proud to do this show and we're happy to have somebody join us in Andrew Orellana. Are you ready for the first story?
Yeah,
Andrew didn't tell us about himself.
Let me open up my notes that I worked so diligently on.
Oh yeah, we didn't really ever introduce Andrew.
I think we got a good sense of who Andrew is. But
I guess that's
the
true.
white rice.
Ramen and rice.
Yeah.
Here's what I know about Andrew. Young comedian, very funny, DTW.
Down to
Right,
Whatever.
jokes.
Down to white rice.
He's that broke.
Rice.
he
He's
puts
down to
the
white
white
rice.
on rice.
White rice.
Well,
right.
I'm glad we cleared that up. So-
Handsome guy. Look at that guy. What a charming, good-looking fellow there.
It looks like I'm asleep. What are you talking about?
But it sounds like you're ready for this first story. Am I right?
You look like Bay caught you sleeping.
All right. First
Round
story. Yeah.
Bathroom warning mistaken for bomb threat at Home Depot. This is my favorite story that we've ever done. I swear. This is the best. A report of a bomb threat at Wichita Home Depot store turned out to be more of a warning for other customers in the restroom. A 911 call was released in which the caller states that someone may have a bomb at the store. We just had a customer here made what may have been a bomb threat, said the caller. He said, someone told me there's a bomb in here and you need to leave the building. He said it 3 times. Police did some investigating and learned that the bomb threat came from a man in a bathroom stall warning others about the severity of his need to use the restroom. Y'all need to get out of here because I'm fixing to blow it up. One witness said he laughed at the remark and took it as a joke. Once police tracked down the man, it became clear it was all a misunderstanding.
All right. Andrew, you are our guest. So you have the option of going first or last in this round.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Like you said, there was a bomb warning, and it was just basically him saying that they're like, move out the way, I'm gonna blow it up. But you can't really do that anywhere else. Imagine going to a gym and being like, look at these guns I got. I got all these guns on. He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
He's got 2 of them.
He wants to go to a show, a gun show.
Who wants to go? I'll go next, actually. I'll take this. Everyone had a laugh until they saw the actual crime he perpetrated in that restroom. He is now wanted by authorities, and he is currently on the runs.
I like the first half of that. It's pretty funny.
I liked it currently on the runs.
Yeah, currently on the runs that's a good finish. I like that a lot.
Well, there you have it, Jeremy. So sit your punk ass down.
I guess I'm wrongs.
Jeremy liked the first.
You guys know I'm judging this round.
Jeremy liked the first part of that joke, but I like number 2.
There it is.
All right. Nope.
There it is.
Nope. We're gonna pinch this off now. Let's go. All right. We're the Home Depot, and when you're here, you're family. What? Then why does it smell like Olive Garden?
You're saying it should
This
smell
guy
like
recording the commercial says,
Yeah.
It
when
should
you're here,
smell
you're
like-
family.
It should
And he
smell
says,
like
what?
Olive
Home
Garden.
Depot.
Why does it
Why does it
smell
smell like Olive Garden?
Yeah,
It
why?
The guy's poop
should.
smell.
Yes, Olive Garden smells like poop.
No, but it does.
Rick has like a long-standing bias against Olive Garden.
I don't know why everybody has like this they want to stay true, like be protective of Olive Garden. That
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's great.
It's fine.
Yeah, but
hold on.
No, Jeremy, shut up. So Rick is angry at Olive Garden and thinks it's the worst food in the world. It's fine. It's pasta. It's fine.
Well, when I was a kid, my mom used to leave us at an Olive Garden.
Lucky, we just got ramen.
We just got white rice. I think I would have settled for Olive Garden.
Yeah. Carly, how did that joke make sense in your head? Like you were on board until he explained it.
I was the whole time. If you're watching this video, you'll see my face was like this. Because if the slogan is "When you're here, your family," it should smell like an Olive Garden. It should.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, whatever. All right, I'll go next.
I'm judging this round.
Everybody out. Everybody out. We all right? Can I go?
He's just laughing.
Carly's on the runs.
Is that the joke?
He said everybody out, so he left.
Oh, stupid. Okay, here we go. Everybody out.
Stupid.
God,
stupid. I get it.
Everybody out. We have an active shitter. Remember your training.
Oh man,
I like the everybody out part, but not the rest.
Several times.
I like the first.
Because you heard it. Because you heard it 12 times.
All right, Andrew, you're up.
Okay. Everyone was nobody was really mad about him making the bomb threat. They were just mad that he was he was just taking a shit in the display toilets.
We'll stay in that department. Sir, can I help you with anything? Yeah, I'm in the market for a toilet. Sure, as you can see, we have quite the selection. Which one would you like? I'll take the whole fucking lot. Hand them over. I'll turn this whole place into a steaming pile. Rick?
Yeah, hold on. So let me paint the picture for you. There's a guy, he's driving Home Depot, picking up some illegal Mexicans to do some work. And we join the scene now. He's driving, and I lost my joke. Okay. Hey, man, you're not Mexican. Get out of my truck. No, please, keep driving. I can't ever go back there again.
I think you should have shared you should share your computer sound and do that joke again so we can hear the music.
It sounds on his phone, I think.
Yeah. I think we get the idea, though, so we can just...
Okay.
Feel like I'm back on Ready or Not.
You guys know the song?
Yeah.
I'm only hearing bits and pieces.
The theme from The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course. The popular theme song that everyone knows.
It's a very popular theme song.
It is actually, Carly.
Yeah. It's like one of the, like when they go like, what are popular theme songs? That'll be one on the list.
I'm looking this up. Looking this up.
The sad song, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like walking down this road, yeah. So
yeah, that's so sad.
It encompasses the story of this man who's got to go from town to town because he's leaving a trail of destruction.
Is
Just
The
like
Incredible?
the Home Depot guy.
Is that a movie or a TV show?
It's the old TV show.
Okay.
Because he destroyed the bathroom.
We don't need an answer for this. We already know.
Okay, here we go. I'm up next. Any interruptions before I get started?
No, Jeremy.
What is the interruption? What is?
Bring them out now. Okay. Anyone have the number to CPS? I just heard someone say they were going into the restroom to drown their kids in the pool.
Is that the expression? I'm going to go drown some kids in the pool.
Been shitting for 22 years. I have never heard that expression once.
I think it's drop kids off at the pool.
Now, the crazy thing, Andrew, is you're 43 years old, right?
Yeah. I only started
for
shitting
21 years.
very recently.
It's drop your kids off.
Well, Jeremy has very intense bowel movements, so
I wasn't hearing any kids in the background of Jeremy's scream.
Yeah, those poops will fight him. So
my shits don't come up for air.
He comes back and they're like in there with like little straws, like ready to assassinate him.
I don't want to picture this stuff. Just move on, Andrew.
All right, Andrew, go ahead.
All right. It wasn't the worst thing that happened to that Home Depot recently in that bathroom because there was a threat that there was a sermon happening because all they heard was prayers to God, hoping that this would end soon.
He must have eaten Olive Garden.
They had to call in the bomb squad for this man's bomb squat.
Right.
I like the second half of that joke.
That's why we here at Ace Hardware don't have bathrooms. Who am I? I'm fucking Ace. They call me that because my shits are so accurate, I don't even need to flush.
It just shoots right down the hole.
It's got to go like over that hump too.
Imagine you're just taking a shit and there's just a judge with like a 10 on a card. Like, that's perfect.
That's the only number I imagine them having.
It's like, I don't like that he's watching me, but I like that I'm getting good marks.
Yeah.
Tell me
You get the brown medal for achievements.
So, Jeremy, you're getting good marks? I thought you just got skid marks.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No, I like that one.
That's a good one. That's good. I'm on the phone with number one. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not.
Jesus.
Forget what I just said. He told me he was about to empty his wetty confetti cannon. I didn't know a wetty confetti cannon wasn't a real cannon.
Oh, man.
I've never heard that term before.
Yeah.
Wetty can. Now that's a term no one's ever heard of. Drop the kids off at the pool.
Wedding.
Oh,
A wetty.
I made
Wetty
that one
confetti.
up. Don't mean to
I made it
brag.
up.
I don't think he
That's,
said wedding. I think he said wetty.
Wetty. That's
Yeah.
Martina's creation.
I make that creation a few times a day.
A wetty?
Working, yeah.
Everything's going okay.
Yeah, it is, when you splatter, that's wetty confetti.
It's called a
Everyone's gonna
flashback.
say it. Everyone's gonna say it now. Everyone
That'll
listening,
do it.
tell your friends.
Round one. We're done with this. So we're going to go to our resident judge, Aaron Kraft. How did the points shake out?
You guys ruined my favorite story.
Well, this is not a steaming pile. This round I thought was pretty good, actually. Let's start with Bob. I liked your first one.
Which part?
I liked the runs part. I like runs. Yeah. So I don't know what everybody else was talking about. I thought the second part was the best part.
I was saying that I was agreeing.
Oh, okay. There was a naysayer. Was that Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Jeremy's thinking, but the second half was great. Rick.
I think Jeremy's thinking of other terms for pooping that he can really get going.
Nasty blast.
Your references that somebody one time must have heard of.
Yeah, Jeremy, your poop references don't always have to rhyme.
They all smell the same.
Yeah, they all smell like Olive Garden.
Poop by any non-rhyming name.
Smells
Speaking of
thing.
Olive Garden. Now, like we riffed off that for a while, but nobody laughed at Rick's joke, the Olive Garden joke. In fact, it had to be explained. It was clever, but we did riff off it for a while, so some credit there for that. Though my personal favorite from Rick was the "can never go back," his second joke. I thought that was funny. Andrew, I thought the guns joke was clever, very good, and the second joke about the display toilet might have been the biggest hit of the round. Jeremy's
And at the store.
Yeah, right. Jeremy's active shitter, I thought was hilarious.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought I got a good reaction, and I would have given you credit for the CPS joke, but it's drop the kids off, not drown the kids.
Drown the kids. Gotta drown my fucking shits.
I thought about that, but drop them off. You wouldn't call CPS for dropping kids off at the pool.
Yeah,
Maybe drowning them. Maybe drowning them.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna give.
I just overthought it. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give points to Jeremy and Andrew for this round.
Jeremy and Andrew,
Yeah,
Interesting.
1 point.
Interesting.
are you forgetting anybody?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So we have a point for Jeremy and a point for Andrew going into round 2.
All right, I'll confirm for Aaron. Yes, round 2.
Oh, are you asking me? Yeah. Yes.
Slugs lose heads to rid bodies of parasites, Japanese researchers show. And I won't share my screen. You don't have to look at this. I'll just describe what the slug looks like because the picture of it is 2 parts. One is the body, one is the head. The head looks like a grape with horns, and the body looks like a dumpling from P.F. Chang's. And that is like legitimately the most accurate description I could give you. That is actually what it looks like. Don't even have to look it up.
That sounds tasty.
Yeah, Asian dumplings.
The image of the article. That's a perfect description.
It really is. I used to work at P.F. Chang's and we called them dumps. So that kind of fits with the first story.
You guys had a lot of fun over there, didn't you?
Oh, we loved it.
Did you guys used to drown your dumps?
Yeah, we drowned our dumps in soy sauce. Japanese researchers have shown that a type of sea slug are able to self-decapitate and regrow their bodies, a discovery that could have ramifications for regenerative medicine. According to the study, the mechanism is believed to be an extreme method for the organism to rid itself of parasites. The green slugs have algae cells in their skin, so they can feed off of light like a plant until they develop a new body, which takes about 20 days. A researcher noticed one day that the sea slug, known as Sacologlossin, had spontaneously detached its head from his body.
You can just call it Sack. Everybody else does.
That's what we called it at P.F. Chang's. I was surprised and thought it was going to die, but it continued to move around and eat quite energetically, she said. I kept an eye on it for a while and it regenerated its heart and body. That prompted a study showing that 5 of 15 lab-bred slugs and 1 from the wild split its body from a particular point on the neck during their lives. 1 did so twice. Each time, the animal's heart was left behind in the body, which continued to live for some time, but did not regrow a head. One of the amazing things about stem cells... Oh, I forgot. I need to start doing my researcher voice again. One of the amazing things about stem cells is that they can be used to to regenerate a heart and a body from the edge of the animal's head. The researcher said, with further study, we might be able to apply these findings to regenerative medicine. But that's still a distant hope at this stage. Other animals have been known to intentionally detach and regrow body parts, a mechanism known as autotomy. Autotomy? Autotomy?
I am Autotomy.
Autotomy. But this extreme form was previously unknown. They initially thought it might be a method to escape predators, but now they think it's done to get rid of parasites that inhibit reproduction.
When she was reading that off, all I got was the teacher from the Magic School Bus vibes.
Oh,
yeah, you're kind of frizzy.
Hey, I've compared you to her before. Who's the lady that does the voice?
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin. See, I said that,
Lily
Carly.
Tomlin?
I said you remind me of Lily Tomlin.
Well, that is a compliment. Thank you. Aaron calling me Lily Tomlin is a compliment. Ricky calling me frizzy is very rude.
All right. Bob, I think you're up first.
Sure. This could have a great impact on regenerative medicine, which I'm on the fence about. I mean, on the one hand, you can regrow lost body parts. On the other hand, hey, I got my other hand back. Sold.
I like it. That was really good. The same thing happened with the 2.5 Men cast. Yeah, when that kid went ultra religious. I don't know why I thought that was fun.
I also have a parasite that inhibits reproduction. It's called my personality. Now, how do I cut it off and grow another one?
Oh.
Do you want some ramen, Jeremy?
But how am I going to cook it in this room?
Jeremy, the thing is that the equivalent of this story would be that your personality would cut off and grow a new body.
Not even your personality likes you.
A boy can dream.
A boy can dream.
Andrew, you're up.
The story is that a slug would cut off its head to get rid of the body full of parasites. I related to that story a lot because my dick used to be a lot bigger. It's 3 inches now because I had to get rid of herpes.
Carly's made Carly sad.
Carly gets really sad about getting rid of herpes.
Yeah, they're not really hurting you.
What did herpes ever do to you?
Come here, herpes. Come here. This one, I don't know about. I've heard of body dysmorphia, but body nice knowing ya?
I like that.
That's
I hate this story so much because I couldn't find anything funny about it. But Robert, you're cracking me up, man. Andrew, I also like that you cut your penis.
big fan.
Nothing to do with the story. I just like that fact about you.
Nice trim penis. Yeah, why does it always cut? Why do people always assume that you're going to cut it perpendicular? Why do you can't cut it?
Slice.
Parallel?
Like string cheese.
I just trimmed the tree.
You know, like the Batman villain Two-Face? It's like that, but in penis form.
Only half a penis.
Yeah, it's like
Two-tone dick.
Two head.
Oh wait, one side has herpes and one side doesn't.
yeah. So
Okay.
It's like a Dodger dog, one half mayonnaise, one half mustard, one half ketchup.
it's a lot like that.
Dodger dick.
Dodger dick. That's what the ladies will be doing. Dodger dick. Who's up?
You
Rick, I
guys
think you
are so sexist. You never even considered that the head of the slug was a woman.
That's true.
Yeah. They say they say it did this because of a parasite and not because, despite years of yoga, it still couldn't reach itself.
It just head fell off.
He gave the ultimate sacrifice.
That's a yoga position.
For the ultimate satisfies.
Andrew.
Everything doesn't have to rhyme, Jeremy. Sorry, Andrew.
All right, bumping off Jeremy's first joke. The slug reminds me a lot of like a simp because it'll love someone immediately, and then as soon as it's inconvenient, will detach itself from that person and love someone almost immediately.
No, but
damn, I'm really bumming y'all out on this round.
Wait. And I reminded you of that?
No, because you said you had to detach your personality. I was like,
yeah. I have what doctors call a detachable personality.
Okay. If you want to drop weight fast, you got to try the most popular program among sea slugs, Body by the dumpster over there.
You want to know how hot I used to be? Go look over there behind the dumpster.
Do you guys think
Okay, Rick?
that this slug
It's
is
such
like
a weird concept that there's this guy who's like, you know what? This is just a new body. I used to be super hot, but I had all these parasites, so I had to remove my own hair from my body and leave my old body over there. But it's like super sexy, so go take a look.
do you guys think that this slug is like Deadpool, where when that part comes off, then when he's regrowing the body, it's like a giant grape on a tiny dumpling?
Yeah, it's like yeah. I was wondering,
It's like just that would be like the most normal looking thing too, right? It's just a little tiny tail.
I was wondering that too. Like, if we do regenerative, like, my hand got cut off and grow a new one, is it going to be like a baby hand and it's going to age in parallel with me? So it won't be this hand until 30 years later.
Yeah.
You didn't see Deadpool, huh, Jeremy?
I did, yeah. But he doesn't. Anyways, no.
It also means you can't masturbate with that hand for like 2 decades.
At least 18
Yeah.
years. At least 18 years. 16 in France, okay?
Oh, geez.
You guys, I gotta go move to France so I can go masturbate.
I gotta go move to France and masturbate.
I'm covering up what I'm actually doing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's just one guy that's really happy about VPNs being a really big thing these days.
They are really popular. Like, it's a big.
They try to get a VPN for a country that doesn't allow porn.
Yeah, I want the rules to be stricter on my porn use. So I'm going to.
Yeah, it is out of control right now. So I need.
Someone needs to rein this in.
Wait, there's porn on the internet?
Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Jeremy?
You want to see something right there behind the dumpster?
Shit, I gotta write 3 jokes for this story. I mean, it's a cool story, but it's nothing to lose your body over.
You're typing.
Guys.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Aaron is like, what is a joke?
Yeah, I thought I knew, but after listening to the show for several years,
Andrew, do you have one more?
Yeah, I think I got the last one. The sea slug was treating its body like a frat guy trying to drink more beer. He just had a dump and rally.
All right, that'll do it
That's
for the
what that
joke.
guy.
an animal nearly impervious to destruction, as long as it isn't a little packet of salt.
Is that your third one?
Is that a bonus joke?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that was 3.
Oh.
All right, well, all the jokes have been said in this round, so we're going to go to Aaron Kraft, see what he thinks.
Yeah. So Rick, unfortunately, like, I didn't understand any of your jokes.
Not even that last one?
No, but explain it to it. Yeah, I mean, kind of, but like we all had to ask, was that your joke? Right. And I think
It's a different discussion, I think.
we skipped you, and so that was part of the reason why. But so
if you put salt on a slug, it'll sizzle up and die.
You guys are making me so hungry. Stop it.
what was the 2.5 men joke? I think I missed that one.
I was trying to think of something where it's like, I kind of thought of like the Three Stooges too, like, hey, Slug Curly, hey, Slug Larry, get out of here. I'm the brains of the operation. And then somehow it became the 2.5 men joke.
Okay. So
It was supposed to be like, yeah, Charlie Sheen is like the bad element that they're trying to get rid of. But then I was like, why didn't it be the kid? I don't know. Stupid, terrible joke.
I like this pitching an idea like, it's totally gonna be like Three Stooges, okay, and it's gonna be wild, and the other guy's like, oh, okay, so I'm hearing like 2.5 men.
Yeah, but only one of them is a half of me. All right, so and then the other one, the sexist thing. I think I was trying to think of, like when that's like a riddle, like when the plane crashes over a border. And then there's people on one side of it, and what side did they die on, kind of thing. I don't know how, but then that turned into the riddle about the one, when they say like, oh, I can't operate on this child, it's my son. And you don't assume that it's a woman.
So tough round for Jeremy as well.
It's so funny though, the head of the slug was a woman.
So I'm hearing like 2.5 women.
I like that one.
That's funny.
Yeah, tough round for Jeremy, but I did like his personality joke.
Thank you.
Oh.
That's a lot of. I feel like that's a lot of Jeremy's life. It's like, you know what? It's rough, but I like the personality.
Yeah,
talking about his penis.
Wow.
It's rough, but it's rough. Like
It's only rough on one side, one half.
His penis is made out of sandpaper.
Well, there's an image I'm going to try to get rid of in my head. Bob, like somehow his other hand joke, body nice Nonya and body by the dumpster, like hit hard. Everybody, like all three landed.
Not everything has to rhyme, Aaron.
I didn't laugh at any of those, but else did.
Well, I mean, like your bias on this show, that's not the discussion here. Like, we just need to go solely based on the joke. So whatever you think.
Aaron's comments so far have been, I didn't understand Ricky's jokes. I didn't laugh at Bob's jokes. But Jeremy's personality.
I was trying to pay him it was a compliment because I thought the rest of it was a little.
Well, how come you're not trying to pay me any compliment?
Because your jokes landed so well that they kind of stand on their own merits.
Despite your personality sucks.
And then Andrew's Dodger dick was hilarious. So I think actually that was me that came up with that. But the dump rally joke.
What are you doing, Aaron?
He's also trashing Andrew's jokes and saying he came up with the funniest joke.
I like Andrew's stuff because I came up with it.
Yeah, I didn't trash anything Andrew said. In fact, his last joke landed rather well. However, it was Bob with the most consistent performance. Everybody liked every joke of his, and I appreciate them for that. So
if we had like a governing board, some sort of sanctioning body that we could submit like our grievances to, like I would absolutely put this episode toward them and say, hey, you got to do something about this.
I just gave Bob the point and now he's complaining.
Imagine.
Well, too bad we don't. So, congratulations, Bob. How about we get into round 3?
Round 3.
Bastards.
Moose on the loose, forcibly evicted from Utah neighborhood. Police in Utah were summoned to a residential neighborhood to help eject an unusual trespasser, a 900-pound bull moose. Half bull, half moose. Okay. Officers were called to keep the moose away from neighboring residents while awaiting personnel from the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources. There's so many people who were out walking their dogs, walking their families to church, things like that. Officer Troy Cash explains, I'm just like, please don't let anybody be in the path of this moose, because I've encountered moose up until in my lifetime up until now, and in the mountains. And
are you all right, sir?
I'm fine. It's just this moose has me all flabbergasted. Sometimes
just worried about a moose.
Nice flabbers.
Moose are not very nice. They're very dangerous animals. The officer, Alex Farns, this guy that I was just talking about, and Officer Alex, I didn't edit the story well, so that's why I'm bumbling over this. A couple of folks were able to corner the moose back in a yard. He was grumpy. He put his head down and was actually coming at one of the animal control guys. He hopped over a fence, and I ran back to my vehicle. We were like, we don't know what he was doing. Animal control was able to tranquilize the 2-year-old. He was only a baby moose. A 2-year-old moose, and safely relocate the animal to a place outside of town.
They die at 3, Carly.
They die as baby mooses?
I like how she edited the story and then was surprised to find out he was 2 years old.
Imagine if a moose like went past the toddler phase.
They really die at age 3?
No, Carly.
Yeah. They never get to.
Okay, now I think you're lying to me.
They live for 15 minutes. They're like fruit flies.
Just like slamming against the window.
All right, Ricky, you're up.
Am I?
Maybe you're up.
Maybe you're up. Hey, Rocky, watch me kick the shit out of this mailbox. I had to look that up. I couldn't remember the joke.
Can't remember the exact quote.
I want to get it right.
On a similar note. Okay. One resident was able to capture this audio, which might explain why the moose was in the neighborhood. Hello, would you like to hear about another testament of Jesus Christ?
Why would they have Mormons missionaries in Utah?
They don't have any moose missionaries.
That's a good point.
A missionary.
And they were trying to get them out of there. So
Moosenaries.
missionaries. All right, Andrew.
Just imagine just walking out on your morning stroll and being like, "Is that a fucking moose?" You're just like, you just think you're still dreaming. It's fucking. I don't know. I really struggled on this one.
In fairness, we gave Andrew the stories to this episode like 2 seconds before the show started.
Yeah, the joke is like, imagine if you were told you had to write jokes for a story like 10 minutes before showtime. You'd be like, what the fuck? Police said the moose became aggressive and started to attack, so they tranquilized it. And out of habit, they planted a knife and drugs on the body.
Hello. What do you mean the moose had on my wall? How could you even know? Oh, God. The call is coming from inside the house.
A moose with those giant antlers takes a butcher knife. And
I wrote this long before we recorded this episode. Nothing is worse than rhyming wildlife problems. Whether it's a moose on the loose, a mouse in your house, or the rare lamb on the lamb.
Oh, what are you, Dr. Seuss today?
Yeah, you're fucking racist.
Have the rhyme today.
All right, Andrew.
I read the headline and I love how it's like moose on the loose forcibly evicted, like some sort of like shitty 1920s like landlord. He's like, you hear? There's a moose on the loose. See?
Graham, get out of here.
Yes, Graham, get out of here, moose. Your rent's overdue.
I'm good for it. I told you.
I'm selling my antler here, okay?
Yeah. Residents grew tired of the constant bull moose parties, which obviously didn't sit well with conservative Utahns. History.
That's cute. Bull moose parties.
Yeah. Next.
Hey, you think you got a problem with the moose on the loose? How about my moose knuckle on the noose?
Oh.
I don't know. I came up with that last. I'm not as clever and as Andrew is. Quick thinking. Here, Jeremy.
Oh shit! Speaking of clever and quick thinking.
Oh shit!
Lots of people don't know that moose aren't native to Utah. They started out in New Orleans until some old rich white guy one day decided to up and move them to Utah for some reason.
I love that one.
I don't get that at all.
The Utah Jazz used to be from New Orleans. That's why they're called the Jazz.
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned in the intro, Andrew's a big sports guy.
Oh. Special sports episode.
Because of one joke.
Yeah.
I hate that they have to specify the moose's weight. There's no need for that. There's no reason to call it a 900-pound moose. You could have just called it the bravest moose on the planet.
You are so brave.
The brave little mooster.
Yeah, to trot around
down
town
that street
naked.
Sounds pejorative.
All right, popsicle stick joke right here. So, what do you call a tranquilized male moose? A bulldozer.
What flavor was that?
Fuck you. That's what flavor.
I like grape.
I like grape.
Not crazy about fuck you. I like grape.
I got grape. Grape's good too, right?
That's great too. Thanks, Brian Regan. I like little grape with little eyes poking out. Is that what you said, Carly? The slug. Never mind.
It's just one. The head looks like a grape with little antlers.
Oh, okay. That's what I tried to talk about.
Do we have any more jokes? Or
No, I think that's it.
do we have a winner of this episode?
Yeah,
Aaron
I think
Kraft?
so. This was a really enjoyable round. It would be much easier to just say which jokes I didn't like because I actually liked all of them. But the ones I didn't like were the moose knuckle joke. And that's pretty much it.
How did my first one just go unscathed with that criticism? My first one was like, hey, there's a moose. That's why.
I like this, Andrew. I like that Andrew's like, hey, wait. There's some crap jokes, okay?
If there's going to be a winner for worst joke of this round, it's going to be me.
Andrew, what you don't know is Aaron's father was killed by a moose knuckle. So he's very sensitive about that stuff.
Moose knuckle.
Well, the last thing he said was, what the fuck? Is that a moose?
It's very relatable.
The last thing he said was,
So, what was I going to say? My personal favorite jokes of the round were Rick's Bullwinkle mailbox and call inside. All the calls coming from inside. I like those two. But they were all great overall. So I'm just going to give everybody a point, which makes this a three-way tie between Jeremy, Andrew, and Bob. But I'm going to go ahead and swing it over to Andrew's way because this guy wrote 9 jokes in like 10 minutes before the show. And I think he did a pretty damn good job since you guys had, like a week to do this. So, Andrew.
You guys had a week?
No, I've been writing these jokes for like 6 months.
These stories were no. Don't get it mixed up.
Rick sent me first of all, you guys had a week. Rick sent me the first set of news articles like 6 hours ago.
Wait, hold on. I might be wrong on that.
These stories were decided like yesterday or the
yesterday.
No, yeah.
But
I fucked up, but I wasn't the only one.
But not that bad.
Okay, well, they had more than 10 minutes to write 9 jokes.
Absolutely.
And Aaron left out the part where people write for us. We don't actually do our own jokes.
Yeah, we have other people.
Yeah.
But
we have interns. But also, I did send you the wrong stories for about half the day. So we don't even hold like most of the day because you didn't know until 10 minutes before. So yes, Andrew, you are the winner of the good sport. Plays well with others. Cool
and today's 1, 2, 3 jokes episode.
Yes, and this episode.
I feel like I just got the coach's favorite award right now. It's not MVP, but I'll take it.
Well, coach's favorite also just means you won the episode. So congratulations. Well deserved. Just thinking on the fly, having to do some last minute work. So congratulations, Andrew. And we're going to talk a little bit more to you in just a moment. But first, we're going to go to Carly Kastner to see if she has any burning questions.
Yeah, okay, let's take it back to our grape dumpling story about the slug whose head pops off. I want to know if you could detach one of your body parts and regrow it at any time that you wanted, what would you detach?
Quick question on this one. Quick question, because this is paramount to the entire situation. Does it grow back to the same length? Does it grow bigger, smaller?
He said length. Yeah.
I'm really toying with right now.
That's a really good question.
He's talking about his ears. Does my ear grow back the same?
Actually, let me modify the question. If you could detach one of your body parts and it grew the rest of you back, so you were now that body part.
So this is like this is like the Noah's Ark body part, like the specimen you send off to repopulate another planet.
I have another question actually. Does the body part grow back the same girth?
We're just deep.
Bitches still love that body part.
We're getting really into the lore of this.
No, will the body part grow back curving in the same direction?
Ooh, interesting. Maybe it curves in the opposite direction.
Oh, whole new sensations. Maybe the rough side gets a chance.
Dark side of the moon on this one.
That's a good episode title. The rough side gets a chance.
So I have a question though. What does that original body part grow back?
That's a really good question. if you were to regenerate body parts, I think someone asked this earlier. If you were to regenerate body parts, would it grow back looking exactly the same, or do you think it would be different? I don't know.
But that's not what I asked.
What did you ask?
If I cut off my pinky and another person grows off my pinky, do I grow back my pinky?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, the rest of you dies. Now it's just your pinky carrying on your legacy.
Oh, so I'm dead. That's my pinky going off.
This is like a horrible trade.
You're not dead. You're not dead.
You just said that you die.
The rest of you dies, but you go on as the detached body part.
You're still your pinky.
So wait, what does it count? So could I say that I'm cutting my body off of my hair right now, and then that hair dies, and then I go get to live another full lifespan?
With more hair. Yeah, you can grow your hair.
That extra hair grows out?
No. Your hair grows a new body.
But what constitutes my body? That's
up to you, Ricky.
Here's the real answer. Here's a real answer. The only way that you can guarantee that you can keep most of your body is if you just split yourself right down the center.
Yeah.
Because then one half dies and the other half will regenerate. Yeah. So that really is two-faced. You'll just be half a face. Half face.
What if you really tanned 1 week? You're just you're half tanner, half whiter on one side.
I'm kind of thinking I don't have one body part that I would keep.
I think that's what happened to Michael Jackson. I think he just cut off one pinky and then the rest of it just grew back white.
That's why he had the glove. He took out the glove off and he'd have a black pinky.
So that's what happened to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. He also thought that would absolve him of all the crimes. Hey, that was
you gotta get out of here.
2 years old. If anything, they're at fault.
Yeah, he's gonna say it wasn't me. That was my other body that did that stuff. All right,
to be fair, I did some of that stuff with my pinky.
I think you guys answered my burning question. Thank you.
You're welcome. We've never had that before.
Now you've just opened up. This is a philosophical question. Seriously, this is the ship of Theseus. Do you know the ship of Theseus? It's this ship that used to belong to Theseus. And so they put it in a museum, but then the wood keeps rotting. So they're replacing the wood after, hundreds of years, thousands of years.
So at what point
that ship isn't the same ship, or is it?
So
Bob's new car.
Philosophically, because obviously we're not going to chop off our pinky and have it regrow our bodies, but there was a study, a psychological study that asked the question: at what point are you no longer you anymore, personality wise, right? So they said, okay, if you get a car accident, you get your head hit, and you can't remember your past, are you still you? If you can't play basketball and before you were a good basketball player, are you still you? And the answer is always yes. There's one trait that they established that is you are you as long as you have this one trait. Do you guys know what it is?
Your girth?
Does that have anything to do with lengthening?
Yeah. Whether or not your poops rhyme?
The personality trait. It is your sense of humor.
Huh. If your sense I've been long lost then.
So if your sense of humor changes, that's the ultimate indication of a personality change, is when your sense of humor changes.
I feel like if you get a completely new body, your comedy's going to change a little bit.
Yeah. You start making different jokes.
If I got the whole world to open up to you, all of a sudden I got in a car crash and I look like Brad Pitt. I'm not going to make jokes about how I look that ugly.
Okay, but no one gets in a car crash.
Don't you hate it when your body grows back half, but then it's just a little off-centered, so you're kind of walking around like Shannon Doherty. And
you're not the Ricky I used to know.
Who gets in a car crash and comes out looking like Brad Pitt? Number one question.
Brad Pitt, he actually looked way different before the car crash.
Number two, they asked this question because for reals, people do get in accidents all the time where they don't look the same afterwards. They lose abilities, they lose cognitive function. But ultimately, psychologists, right? This is not my opinion. This is psychologists have determined that if your sense of humor is the same, you as a human being are still intact. I think that was really interesting. And we're a comedy podcast. So if you're still laughing at this joke after your next accident, You're still you, buddy. And if you're not laughing at this joke, you never had a good sense of humor to begin with.
An inspirational poster you see at a therapist's waiting.
If you're still laughing at this podcast after your next accident,
dial 1-800 and we'll get the money you deserve.
I got in a car accident and I hoped I would never listen to that podcast.
All right, for real, you guys answered my question. Yeah, we're good.
We finally did it.
Finally, after all these years.
Andrew, thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Do you want to tell the people where they can find you online, perhaps some upcoming shows that they can see you?
I have a Twitter. I don't really use it that much. I kind of just do what the premise of this show is. I just get the news titles, write the first thing I say, and then that's kind of what I do on Twitter at Orellana1109 on Twitter, and then Instagram is where I will post all the shows, post all my stand-up clips, and that's let me just double check because I just changed the name because I started getting booked more, and you can't go around with the tag at DaddyDrew1109 and be a professional comedian.
You damn can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay, so on Instagram, it's Orellana Comedy. Go generic, go safe with it. And so that's where I post all my stand-up clips. All the shows will be on my stories and stuff like that.
Thank you. We'll have links to all your stuff in the episode description, make it easier on people to find it. And we want to thank you, the listeners. Thank you, the viewers. And if you want to support this show, you enjoy what we're doing, well, you can head on over to our Patreon. And for just $3 a month, you can not only support this show, but you can get full video episodes, bonus content, access to classic episodes. You may have noticed that only the most recent 25 are available. So if you want to hear the rest, you got to pay up. You can also just listen for free. We appreciate. So anywhere you do that, we wouldn't mind if you gave us some feedback, ratings, reviews, suggestions for stories, comments, share the show, subscribe anywhere that you can. It really does help us out. Jeremy, anything to add?
Yes, so we've been putting up some funny stuff on Patreon lately, so please go check it out. This week, the reason Andrew had to write jokes in the last 10 minutes is because we inadvertently sent him the wrong stories. We sent him the stories that we recorded last week. So for this week's Patreon bonus, we are going to have him go head to head with the winning jokes from that episode that you guys heard last week. And, we'll see how he does.
All right.
Let's go check it out. Patreon.com/123jokes.
That's right. And Aaron Kraft, our resident judge, he's also our producer and our house band. If you want to hear more of his music, which he provides for this show, you can go over to SoundCloud.
Tell them every week, they don't want to hear it anymore, Bob.
Okay, well, fuck Aaron. Yeah, you don't need
End of the podcast. We're done. We do this every week for a long time.
I know, it's all been said, so that'll do it. End of transmission.
Aaron, you're an artist. You will die like a shark if you do not keep moving.
You're going to die like a shark.
You're going to die like a shark with the fishies.
Aaron's music is like a shark. I can't do it.
But it's
Captain Lovecraft on SoundCloud. CAPT_LOVEKR.
That's right. Captain Lovecraft, CAPT_LOVEKRAFT on SoundCloud. And I think that'll do it for this episode.
We did it. All right. We finally did it, guys. I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Leone.
I am Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
And I'm Aaron Kraft.
I'm Andrew Orellana. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. This has been another episode of 123 Joe.
Guys, I got to drown my kids.